Hello my dears and welcome to my channel. As always, I am very happy and grateful that you chose to spend your time with me and supporting my channel. Really easy. Like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, and click on the notification bell. And I hope that you're all doing well, but if not, I do hope things will get better for you soon. But if you want to forget about things for just a little while, join me in meeting the Feybound Tarot. And this was a deck that was created by Jonathan Bickness, and it retails. He sells it two different places. He has his website where you can get it for $49.95 or at his Etsy shop for $59.95, and I will link those in the description below. So if you're interested in looking at his decks, you can do so. And this deck was released in 2021, and he has put out a few other decks, and I've already done a video on the Hand of Doom Tarot, the Bound Tarot, and he put out another one recently, the Eldridge Lace Tarot, and I do not have that one. I didn't back it through Kickstarter. And the box is 4.75 height, and across is 2.75, and its width is 1 inch. And this is a tuck box, and I'm really happy that the title is on the top because I stack my decks like this, and it's so nice when you can do that because it saves so much room. I wish all the creators would do that, because not everybody has the room to stack their deck like that, and it does waste space in my opinion. But it is on the side as well if you want to stack it like that. And on the back it says, "We return to the White Room. A fluttering of wings becomes a raging tempest. The dark face swarm and flit, taking the bindings in ever-expanding directions. Soar high above all and gaze into the future and the past for answers to the present. Enter the Feybound Tarot." And then we have the three swords on the back, and as you can see, it's got some colorful artwork. Okay, and reversals will not be given away from the artwork. And the cards are regular sized tarot cards. Okay, and all of my tarot deck videos, I do a side-by-side comparison with a Rider-Waite deck. Okay, and if you're interested in the Rider-Waite deck, I have pretty much been doing this deck pretty much all my videos, I do believe. So it's produced by US Game Systems, and if you're interested, you can bop on over to US Game Systems and see if they have it. If not, I know that Amazon has it, and I'm always going to say this because Amazon has everything apparently. Okay, so let's go ahead and explore this unusual deck. And as you can see, it has the number and the title. And he has been pretty faithful to the Rider-Waite. Hasn't really changed much in the different titles of the cards. The illustrations are off the beaten path. It's the best way I could put it. They are different, but still good. I don't regret buying any of Jonathan's decks so far. I have the Eldridge one on my wish list. I've kind of had to take a, I don't know the best way to put it, kind of being more mindful about my purchases this year. And so I'm kind of being more selective. I have not really backed that many decks this year. I think I've maybe 2, which is an accomplishment in itself, and just have to celebrate the quiet, not quiet, but the little wins when you're trying to manage your money better. Not to say that I won't back a deck if I see one that I really, really like and it's from somebody that I've got all of their decks. That one's really pretty. I like the colors and the artwork. I do like his artwork. I mean, that's pretty too. Okay, so that is all of the majors. And next we have the cups, and he has stuck to the symbolism of the cup. No real changes there. And he has kept the court cards the same, the page, knight, queen, king. I know some decks I have, they have changed the court cards and they name it something else. I don't know how anybody could walk in those shoes. Really, a lot of leg strength. Okay, that is all the cups. Next, we have the swords. I kind of like this version of the Two of Swords because you're like suspended. Yeah, I do like this one. And unfortunately, there are pip cards in this deck, as you can see. Unfortunately. And if you're not familiar of what a pip deck is, it's basically a minimalistic major arcana area. So to explain a little bit about pip decks, they will spend a lot of time on the major arcana. A lot of the times it will be fully illustrated like a regular tarot deck. And then when you come to the minor arcana, it will be whatever suit it is and whatever they've used as the symbolic representation of that suit. And like 8 of cups, there are 8 cups, or whatever they choose to use as the representation of the cups. The court cards may or may not have illustrations, but they are kind of minimal. There's not much to it. So that's basically pip decks in a nutshell. I like the Queen of Swords. I like that card. Okay. So it's this one. And next we have the wands. And he did change the wands into whips. Like bondage whips. Because it does make sense. I do forget to mention if I think that the deck is a beginner's deck or not. And I kind of forget to do that because I figure you guys see the cards, you see what the deck is about, you know your level of reading, and yeah, see, like this is a pip card. This is just a good example of a pip card. There's 9 wands, or whips, whatever you say. But yeah, as I was saying before I got distracted, I kind of don't really include a lot of if it's a good beginner deck or not, because you know your reading level, you know what you're comfortable with, you see the cards. It just seems like a waste for me to give you my opinion if it's a beginner deck or not. You know if you can work with it or not. And even if you can't work with it at that time, you will get to a better, more comfortable to where you feel better about your readings. And if you like the deck, get it. But that's kind of why I don't really include a lot of if it's a good beginner or not deck. Because you guys have, you know, you know. I don't think you need me to tell you, because you see the deck, see what it's about. So I I I believe in free will, and it's your decision, it's your money. Just like when I'm asked would I recommend a deck. Honestly, I don't really like recommending decks to people. I don't. Because it's my opinion. And, your opinion may be different than mine. And I may recommend a deck and you may look at it and go, ew. So that's why I don't really recommend a deck. I will say if I love a deck, but that's just my opinion. There are certain decks that I love. I may never use them, but I love them. But that is just my opinion. So if you've ever wondered why I don't recommend decks, then that's pretty much the reason. Because you know what you like, and I'm just here to show you the deck so you can make up your own mind. Because I believe that you guys are smart enough and you know what you like. So and thank you for indulging my little speech, I guess you could call it. But yeah, I will never do decks I'm working with in 2026 or must-haves or these videos where, I don't like these decks. I will not bring these into my collection decks. I will bring these into my collection deck. I don't want to say never, but I just don't want to do those types of decks videos. I want to do one deck at a time and give it the attention it deserves. And that is my opinion. Okay, that is pretty much the deck. And thank you again for letting me go on my little tirade, vent, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, this deck, as with all of the other decks that Jonathan has put out, does not come with a guidebook, unfortunately. I love guidebooks. Okay, so shuffling. No right or wrong way. Don't let anybody tell you differently. There is no right or wrong way. Okay, with his decks so far, this is the third deck that I've had of his. Very flexible. I mean, they are very smooth in shuffling. A lot of decks I will get out of the box, they are so stiff and you got to work them, you got to use them. This one, no. You will not have that issue. They are smooth. They're the cardstock, I don't know the cardstock, but they are a little on the thin side, but I don't think they'll rip or anything like that. They remind me of playing cards. The bicycle playing cards, that kind of cardstock. And they are a little glossy, as you can see from the light. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so you could do the overhand, you could do the rifle, you can cut them into piles and just pick them up. however you want. You could do a fan. These work beautifully with a fan. Look at that, buttery smooth. Or you can just spread them on your table, and like if you have like a broken arm or something like that, just take your deck and smooth it out like this. I mean, or do the fan, or just, take it and just, do that. If you don't have access to both of your hands, there's always ways to shuffle your deck. I mean, don't let any kind of limitation hold you back from shuffling a deck. All right, so let's see what card pops up, and I will try to give you a best guesstimate. All right, seems like they want to talk. Oh, Ace of Cups. Isn't that pretty? Look at all the butterflies. Okay, it's Ace of Cups. Okay, so basically Ace of Cups is an opportunity. It is the promise of possibilities. And since it is the cups, it goes into the emotional realm. So it could be, you may meet somebody. You could get an offering, marriage, maybe. Like I said, possibilities. There are possibilities. You could get a marriage proposal or get serious about somebody. Or you may develop feelings for somebody. I mean, the Ace of Cups is really, there's a lot of interpretations for the Ace of Cups. But it is a beginning. It could be a new start, a new relationship. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have for that interpretation, just off the cuff. And with that reason, I don't really like to do one card draws anymore, because I would look at the card and I'd be like, okay, I have an Ace of Cups. Okay, I know that means beginnings, emotional, because it's associated with cups. But now I do two cards, and I can pull another card to kind of give you an idea. It may help you if you do two cards. Ooh. Okay. When they do that, that tells me they want me to stop talking and pull a damn card. Okay. So the Four of Swords. We know that Four of Swords is a pause, rest. You could look at it. You're mentally worn out. So with the clarifier for the Four of Swords, you can do one or two clarifiers to kind of give you a better idea as well. Let's do another one. Oh, Ace of Pentacles reversed. Oh, did not know okay, so Ace of Pentacles reverse could be that some kind of offer or money is going to be late, because the Pentacles are in the material realm, the physical realm. It could be that you're going to get an offer, something that you really like, something that you're looking forward to. It could be a total surprise as well. So it could be delayed. Whatever, like a job, for instance. Pentacles could mean job. A raise. You're looking forward to this raise. Things you can do with it. It's going to be delayed. Whatever it is. Whatever this is. Whatever your question was. I didn't propose a question. So whatever your main question was, it would be this card. And then you look at these, and this reversals for aces are usually delays. So it could be that something is coming, but it's just for whatever reason it's being delayed, and pause. So that kind of confirms it. And it could also mean that you need to, when you first get this offer or whatever it is, you need to take a time out and you need to really think about it. You need to mull it over. You need to do research, just sleep on it, because the Four of Swords usually has a depicted of somebody sleeping, resting. So if you do get an offer of something, whatever this is, just take a pause. Don't rush into it. Even though you're like, your little heart, your heart's fluttering, could happen. But just, I don't know who needs to hear this, if anybody needs to hear this, but if you do get an offer, just take your time. It could happen, and this could be patient. It's coming. It could be that. So this is why I like to do more than one card. So you could have just done these two, and it would have given you, more clarity. And then you did this one, even more clarity. So you kind of have better. I just can't do the one draw, because it's very limiting. It could be anything at that point. You could look at that and think, oh, I'm getting an offer, or something's coming in, I'm getting an opportunity. Okay, well, why? Where is it coming from? Can I get some more details? But that's pretty much all I have for this deck. And if you own it, please drop your recommendations if you have any, or what you think about the deck. Always interested, pros and cons. If it's not your thing, not your type of deck, you could comment that as well. I know that it's not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine. If you like it, let me know. If you put it on your wish list, or you got it, you bought it. And yeah, it would really help me out also if you guys were to promote my channel. I know, self-promotion, but it would really help me out if you did go and buy it and say, hey, I saw this video that Crohn's Card on YouTube did, and that's what made me come by and discover your deck and purchase it. That would help immensely. I would really appreciate the free advertisement. But once again, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope that you will join me with another video. But until next time, take care, and goodbye, my dears.